Hey, I hope this finds the right people or anyone that would be a potential fan of the music that I make or the videos that I produce. I've been a musician for about 20 years. I've been releasing songs as a solo artist for almost 10 years now. And the hardest part about this, or the most frustrating part about making art and putting it online out into the world is not knowing if it's reaching the right people or not. It's as if, from my perspective, everyone wants, vanilla, and I'm trying to give people chocolate flavored treats or whatever the hell. Like, it feels like because I haven't, and this is my own stubborn nature and my rebelliousness that has been a big part of this, but because I've never fully committed to trying to do this full time or go about it in such a pandering way and in such a conformist kind of approach and adapting to what the internet expects out of YouTube videos or what it expects out of artists, that's been a bit of that's put me at a disadvantage kind of. But the big part of why the biggest reason why I want to stay in that lane is because I genuinely feel that my authenticity is the one thing that I have going for me that could possibly make me stand out from the rest of the crowd. I don't know where my fans are at, but I know they're out there. I know that there are other people that would like, similar music that I like, indie music or electronic trip hop type stuff, or the videos that I make that are kind of reminiscent. I try to make stuff that's either reminiscent of older television and movies or older YouTube. I'm kind of, my creative brain is it really loves anything from like 2010 and before. So that's kind of what my vibe is. If you're into like what YouTube used to be, or if you're just into anything that's not like everybody else, you might like my videos. My music is very, acoustic, singer-songwriter, but can also be very indie rock and electronic, dance, pop. Like, I kind of just make all sorts of different stuff. And I like that. I like to kind of, not be boxed into anything. And again, that probably put me at a disadvantage as well, because it's easier to market yourself in a very like genre-driven type of music or YouTube video or whatever. I just wanted to make this clip real quick to say hi, how's it going? My name's Rio Peterson, and I hope that I can find the people that might like what I'm doing, because that's the hardest, that's the biggest hurdle for all of us, is to just find the right audience, or find the demographic that we're trying to push our stuff towards, or find the right fans. Because I know my stuff isn't garbage. I know garbage music and crap stuff is kind of a driving force on the internet now, where people love to make fun of the way others look and how weird shit is, and how there are a lot of freaks on the internet. There are a lot of people just loving to watch the freak show. But if you're not into that, if you want something that's a little different, or somebody that's really just trying to be genuine about this, who's trying to make a career out of this, who's trying to do nothing but focus all of his attention to entertaining you as much as I can as much as humanly possible, then you might like my stuff. So I'm not good at selling myself. I'm not saying that from like, oh, look at how humble I am kind of thing. I just don't care about that stuff. I like to make things. I like to be creative, and I like to just only dedicate myself to that, to being a better musician, to making better videos, and to just trying to constantly outdo myself and constantly one-up myself. So because I'm so focused on that, trying to sell it or trying to get it out there and be like, hey, what's up guys? We got a new video for, it's so phony and it's so bullshit, and I am anything but that. If you ask anybody that knows me, they would tell you I'm anything but a liar or fake or a bullshitter. If you want something that'll break up the monotony of what the online community has become, you might, I can't say, I don't know what you like or what you're into, but you might be into the kind of stuff that I make. If not, that's okay too. You taking a moment to watch this video at all is super, it's a very special moment to me, and just me getting any morsel of your attention, again, not from a vanity standpoint or a gain, financial gain standpoint. I just, that's what I enjoy doing. I want to connect with people, and I like through my art, and I want to connect with others just so much more. I don't, you know, have a problem with putting my stuff out there, and like in my head, of course, at the same time that I'm saying all this, in my head it's also just releasing music at all is a win, or getting something out there, just making sure it's released and anybody has access to it, and putting the legacy thing on DistroKid. Yes, like, of course, just putting it out there at all is the point. But what kills me, and what kills a lot of artists nowadays, and this goes both ways. I want to find other people's music that I might like, or other people's videos that I might like, and it's so hard to know, you know, where they're at. And it's unfortunate that a lot of things just get buried under the noise, get buried under the sands of just millions, potentially millions of videos being uploaded every day or week or month. The internet is you know, the penultimate rat race, or just like the downside of this like hustle culture that we are living in nowadays. I am not the kind of person to just upload, you know, just chucking shit out there. A lot of people are like, oh, it doesn't matter if it's good or not, just post, get it out. You got it 2 or 3 times a day, post every day. And I just don't have that in me. Everything that I share with you all is special to me, or I want it to be special, and I'm trying to make it something important to myself or you or anybody that is searching for something more. I've always wanted more than what is. The surface is not enough for me. I need the dark depths of the iceberg and the Mariana Trench. You know, if there are icebergs in there, I need the deep, you know, life-changing moments with art and things that people are making. I want the life-changing moments, or something that feels bigger than just, yeah, let me just chuck out a bunch of reels on Instagram or TikTok videos. Or I don't even have TikTok anymore. I deleted that shit because I think it's like, it took what was already a big problem, which is the internet, and it made it infinitely worse because of how people, you know, how many people do succeed on there. You know, people didn't actually succeed doing these things, engaging the algorithm and following the rules or playing the game in that way. If they didn't succeed in doing that, then they wouldn't do it. But I want to succeed in not having to do that. I want my success to come from, like, I never have to play by the rules. I never have to play this stupid fucking game that you all are, because I'm different. And I'm, like, not better than that, but I don't feel that is worth my time. I don't feel that is worth putting my energy or my attention to. It's just not worth it at all. I'd rather not be successful than put out a bunch of stuff that feels so opposite of what my philosophies and what what my philosophies are, and as an artist, and just my values and all that. Like the value that I feel with you know, sharing something with somebody is a very special thing, or sending memes on Instagram can be an intimate thing, you know. So it's a shame when people kind of just chuck out so much. There's something to be said about like we need to like stop putting so much stuff out there, and if only people were like, I mean, imagine the internet if you were only allowed to upload once a month, once a year. Do you think people would be, you know, posting the shit that they are now? I don't think so. And of course that would never happen, because the internet not being, you know, not having limitations is also the appeal of it, correct? So I find myself thinking about all of this way too much, and thinking about how can I do this in my own way? How can I do this without, you know, conforming to what everyone else is doing? So I don't know if what I'm doing is going to work, or if it's going to, you know, work out in the end. But I really don't want to fall into the same category as everybody else, because I'm Rio Peterson. I am, like, I know that I am meant for a lot more than this shit, you know. As far as like what I was just saying, putting out half-assed videos, or putting out anything half-assed is just, you know, I have done that probably here and there, but for the most part I just don't have it in me to release something. The only thing I would do is these raw clips. That's like the minimalist approach that I have with YouTube, is I only want to post uncut versions of who I am, or a highly produced, very much planned presentation of for a music video or a song or whatever. Those are the two things, is the raw, unfiltered nature of this, and presenting something that's actually special to me, and hoping that it's special to you too. But yeah, I hope that you're out there. I don't know where my fans are, but I hope that this finds you, and I hope that you like my music. If you haven't listened to it, I hope you enjoy it. My most recent release, Cyan Jade, is some of my favorite music I've ever put out in the world so far, and I'm really happy about it, and I really want people to hear it. I want people to hear it and find it and check out my stuff, because I work very hard on it, and I do so much with it, and I've dedicated my entire existence to this, to the point that I don't plan on doing anything else. So if you want to subscribe and if you want to follow or check out somebody that will be here doing this for a very long time, unless something happens to me or I get someone pregnant on accident and have a completely different, you know, like if I end up, you know, I don't know if I'll have kids or not, but if I do have a family or if I get married, that would take up a lot more of my attention than this, because that's more valuable than this. You know, but right now, while I have the time and while I am single and free to do this, I want to do this for you. I want to give you more. I just also want to know that people actually would want that, or that people would be excited about it, you know? And any consistency on here or my other channels, you can check out my other channels in the description right here. I do gaming. I do another channel where it's mainly just vlogging or food reviews, movie reviews, miscellaneous variety channel, gaming channel, and then this, which is just my music mainly, and just kind of the main hub of all of that is this channel. But yeah, if you want to check out somebody that's going to be, you know, doing this for the rest of his life, then you might want to check it out, because I love this stuff. I love all of you, every single, or what I was about to say is, even though I don't get many views on here or my other channel, the consistency of it is so, it makes me so happy, and it makes me so relieved, even though only 10 or 15 people watch each video. That is so lovely to think that people might get excited about what I'm doing, or like, oh, a new video, and want to, you know, have something to look forward to. I have a lot to look forward to, because I plan on doing a lot of projects and a lot of different things with my life. I love production. I love creating things permanently and having something to leave behind before I die. And I did a lot of fleeting live theater and live music shows too, and I've done plenty of both, is what I mean. But this, the permanence of this and the leaving behind something, as long as the internet is doing its thing, and I'm sure it won't go away anytime soon, as long as it's still here and it's still relevant, I want to give a lot more of myself to you all. And I want to dedicate, I'd love to quit my job and do this full time with all of you, but I need to see that the ball is rolling. I need to see that there's money that is going to be made, and that it's not just a crapshoot into the oblivion nothingness, the void of what the internet is, where it's just, you know, fall into the shadows of nothing, where no one sees your shit ever. That sucks, and it makes sense why other things get more clicks. You know, this isn't a video of someone who's a murderer getting confronted by the police on a camera. You know what I mean? Like a vest cam or whatever. You know, these videos aren't. People are so attracted to crazy disasters, gore, sex, nudity, craziness, chaos, freak shows, wild shit. Like, they want that crazy shit, and I've realized I'm just kind of, you know, not want to say boring in comparison to that, but I'm safe and cautious and comfortable in just being normal and natural. And if you want some sort of normal, you know, side of the internet, I you know, unless I'm drinking or you know, really depressed, losing my mind, I feel like a very just normal person. So if you want to see somebody that just happens to enjoy creating things for the sake of creating, and you want to be a part of this journey with me, and you want to be here to see what I end up doing from here on out, I would seriously love that so much. I love anybody that's a fan, anybody that is checking out my stuff. You have no idea how far that goes for me, and how much that every little comment, every little subscriber, every single bit of you know, you saying yes to my videos or yes to my music and being open to wanting to check it out, that is so important to me. So fucking important to me. You have no idea. So I just want more of that, because it makes me happy. It makes me happy knowing that I'm giving something to others and they're receiving it, and there's something there in exchange. I want that exchange. I want the connection. I want to feel that I'm reaching the right people. I hope that you're the right person. I hope that this clip is the one thing that, you know, might bring a lot of people to my page and what I'm doing. And I can't thank you all enough. I can't thank you enough for giving even just this video right here. If you gave this bit of this your attention, I don't want this to come off desperate. I really enjoy this stuff. And like I said, it makes me happy. I want more of it. I want more opportunities to be able to do even more with these videos and be able to spend more money and make them a little more, you know, just have a little bit more going on. You know, if I had the financial means to do a video where I'm traveling or do a thing, you know, like my ideal life is to retire off of music, or not retire off of music, but make enough money off of music to be able to just invest it back into other projects I want to do. There are a lot of things I haven't experienced, a lot of places that I do want to travel. I would love to do a road trip sometime, but for me, I would want to bring a crew with me, sound guy and a camera, and I would want to pay them. I would want to make sure that we're doing this comfortably and staying in nice places. I know that that's a silly thing to expect, or you know, have that 0 to 100 kind of mentality. I know how unrealistic this is. And I know how I hear a lot of successful people in this business say you have to be delusional. I'm the most delusional person in the world because I have not let up on this. I've been doing this for so long, and the only reason that I'm not further where I'd like to be, and even still, like I'm happy and content with whatever small fan base I have now, but the only reason I'm not further is because I haven't gone into it like so gung-ho and so like directly, because I have to make money. I have to work. I have to do other stuff. I have a social life. I want to do things outside of this as well. But if all I had to do was dedicate my entire life to this, again, if there was a financial motivation to continue to do this, I'm here for it. I'm here for you. I'm here to entertain you. I want to give you every bit of myself before I die. And the more people that are here and the more people that are checking that stuff out, the easier that is for me to justify putting that work in, you know? So I guess this has been long enough for me, of me talking about this. Thank you, every single one of you. Thank you for being here with me and giving me the positive encouragement or reinforcement to just keep going, because I'm gonna keep going forever. I'm gonna do this no matter what. Even if life is absolutely falling apart around me, and even if the world is burning, I'm gonna do this because it makes me feel very good to share parts of myself through video and audio, and share whatever, share my individual perspective of these things, because I think that's the beauty of all of this, is how every single one of us, you and everyone you know, and myself and everyone I know, we all have something very, like extremely valuable to offer the world from our individual standpoint. Every single person, I don't want to say everybody is special, but it's not about that. It's about that we all have something to offer, and whether or not we are given that, you know, that I don't want to say platform, whether or not we are given that opportunity to really give more of ourselves to the world, or whether we even want to or not, is a big part of this business. Is a big part of all these industries. How much do you want to work, and how much do you want to put yourself out there? And I want to put a lot of myself out into the world. I want to give as much as I can to all of you before I die, because I believe that that's what my life's purpose is. I believe that I was put here on earth to entertain others, to be an escape for others. For a while, I was so obsessed with my cynicism and the cold, harsh reality that we live in, and now I'm like, not flipping it. I think the part of me will always think about that stuff, but right now I'm in a place of like, how do I entertain? How do I get people's minds off of this shit? How do I help you escape? How do I help you get away from your problems? And, you know, that's easier said than done. But to wrap this up, I want to do very big things with my life. I want my life to be very, not even significant, but just want to grow old, or if I, whenever I'm on my deathbed as I get older, when I get to that point, whenever I'm on my last breath and finally leaving this body and leaving this physical reality behind, I want to know that I did a lot, that I did enough, and I want to know that I gave as much as I could to every single one of you and did something important with my finite amount of time here, because I believe that's what all of us are meant to do, whether it's on a global scale or like what I'm trying to do, or whether it's on a small, you and just your family and your friends. Like we all have so much within us that is begging to come out, and doing it through art or just cooking a meal for someone, conversation, exchanges, and sharing these moments with each other. Even though the internet has also ruined that and is creating a whole issue of loneliness, there's something beautiful about, even when people are lonely, they want to connect with others on here, and they want to feel like they're a part of each other's worlds and lives. And that's the most important part of this modern time, is how much we are able to share with one another. And at the same time, everyone's sharing their stories, everyone's life being a whole fucking thing. An Instagram post or a video montage of somebody's like life and legacy, even though in doing that, it all kind of becomes repetitive and it might become a little just excessive as far as the overexposure to everything. Like what I'm trying to say is of course in with everybody doing that, it becomes very like nonchalant, or we're kind of like desensitized to people's stories or whatever. All right, I think I've said enough. Thank you for watching this. Thank you for being here. There will be much more to come, because I am in a place right now where I have to really I have to bring the heat, and I got to bring my A game, and I got to bring a lot more to this. And really what it seems to be is just posting as much as possible. All right, thank you. I hope this finds the right people, and I hope that you like my music or my videos. And even if you don't, I thank you so much for giving it a chance. Even if you don't like anything that I do ever, thank you for giving it a chance, and thank you for being open to this moment and these things that I'm sharing with you.